Hey everyone, appreciate you all being here at USA Crypto Group for this AMA session. Today we have HPL Game with us today. Their mission is to bridge traditional gaming from Web 2 with the blockchain, which is Web 3, in a seamless and rewarding way. With that being said, I'd like to welcome Hot Pocket and Electro from the team. If you guys go ahead and start out introducing yourself, talking about your team, and give us a bit of insight into your background experience.
Okay, so my name here is Hot Pocket, but my real name is Richard. So this is a first-time company. So this is all new to me in terms of the business side of things. But I've been in the crypto space as an investor since 2017. Not a very good investor. Obviously, I laughed at Bitcoin at 500. That was one of my claims to fame. So I missed that boat. So then I started looking at the micro caps as my next way to sort of get rich, but had no luck, really. And then in 2021, I found a token which I fell in love with. It has the same business model as this. It's what actually inspired me to do this. And so I went all in on that one, but the project ended up failing, for lack of a better word. And so I said, that's it. I want to do it on my own, where at least I know I'll be in control of what's going on behind the scenes instead of relying on someone else. And I wanted to keep the same business model, which is what you're going to see here today. But we're starting with a small game instead of a AAA game. That was the other project. But so, yeah, that's kind of, in a nutshell, my background and how I got to where I am right now. If that makes any sense.
It does. It does. Appreciate the introduction there. And now, Electro, are you part of the team as well?
Something like that. You could consider me a senior consultant. So I'm a blockchain developer. I've launched about 8 tokens for different projects. Some of them do really well. Some of them haven't done really well. It really kind of depends on the commitment of the team. But I do a lot of shadow writing of contracts for other teams who don't have the technical ability to put those into motion. A lot of consulting for teams, providing insight into blockchain technology, into holder behavior, into the psychology of running a major project. My last major project before this one went up to about 700 million market cap, and then the project owner embezzled all of the funds. So that was super cool of him to do. It was very promising, but yeah, you can't stop human behavior, I guess. But at the end of the day, I'm just here to try to make the blockchain a healthier place. I've pioneered, I think, 5 functions that most modern smart contracts currently use. The anti-whale was originally a function of mine. I created it about 7 years ago, when Binance Smart Chain was just taking off. The stuck liquidity function, the rescue stuck tokens, all of those are stuff found in my original contracts, and then taken and used in pretty much every contract these days.
Oh, wow. 700 million, huh? Wow, that's a pretty big project. Man, sorry to hear that happened. So, okay, so you're doing consulting and, pretty much like an advisor in a way, right? To the blockchain.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Awesome. By the way, Hot Pocket, man, I love the name Hot Pocket. I love Hot Pockets. Hey, I love Hot Pockets too.
They are good, and they don't even need the wrapper anymore. You can just put them in the microwave. You don't even need the sleeve.
Very convenient. Very convenient. Awesome. Yes. And now, Hot Pocket, are you? I'm assuming that you are the founder and the CEO of the project.
Yeah. Yes, I am the owner of the corporation. I guess we're an LLC here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So I mean, it looks like you mentioned that you invested into a project early on that kind of resembled to the project that you're building today, which is HPL. By the way, what does HPL stand for anyway?
Well, it's unofficially, it's the company is just HPL. There's nothing behind the acronym, but obviously this is inspired by the Hot Pocket Lover name here. And the reason the reason it's called HPL is because because I was so involved and committed to that previous project, the one where Electra was part of that, and so I was very active in the community, so everyone sort of knows me, and I wanted to have my name or a familiar name on this company so they would realize where I come from, like the history, like we're coming from a bad place to make something better. So that's where the name came from.
Okay, Hot Pocket Lover. I'm actually just kind of it does make sense now. Hot Pocket Lover. I mean, I didn't draw the line for a second there, but now I'm looking at your name now. I was like, okay, because I was watching the white paper. I was like, what the hell does HPL stand for? Anyway, I'll tell you what, Hot Pocket Love, I'll tell you what, you tap into an industry that is actually very, very big. How big is the market, by the way? How big is the industry, the gaming industry, mobile gaming industry?
Yeah, the mobile industry is huge. I don't have the specifics on me right now, but the game, I've got a little slide deck I was going to go through, but the games that this was inspired from, they've got like 50 million downloads on the Google Play Store alone, and 5 million. Like the bingo industry, the mobile game industry is huge, as we all know. So, because we all play games every day, so that's the market we're going to be tapping into at first.
I can chime in. The mobile gaming industry is worth $92 billion in revenue, with almost a $200 billion market cap for mobile gaming.
Yeah, it's billions.
Wow, that's incredible. 92 billion. That's incredible. Now, is that worldwide or is that like US only?
It looks global 126 billion, what I'm seeing here. So,
okay, yeah. I mean, it's a huge industry. And I see why you guys are tapping into that this industry. All right, so your mission is to bringing the traditional or the classic mobile game or games in general from the Web 2 into Web 3, right? Capitalizing on the technology of Web 3. Let's break that down. How are you guys doing that?
So the approach we're doing is we want to create an in-game currency, which is, think of it like COD points, which we should all be familiar with Call of Duty. And that, so we take that concept. We have this mobile game is it possible for me to share my screen to sort of like to go through this deck? Because it'd be better to explain it in terms of that. It's
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Please do.
It's a visual thing for me as well. Share my screen. All right, so yeah, the HPL token is going to be, it's an in-game currency that's going to be used on all the mobile games that we have. And the idea is that because it's on blockchain, players will be able to trade the token back to dollars, right? So it's not a sunk cost. It's not like when you buy COD points, that's it. You've just given all your money to Activision and you can buy the in-game stuff, but that's it. You can't get that money out. So this way you're buying the token, so you could use it to buy in-game items, which we'll go over here in a minute, and then you can win HPL tokens in the games, and then because it's on the blockchain, you can cash that out. So that's where we're going to be differentiating ourselves, and I haven't seen anything else like this out there, which is why I fell in love with the concept on the previous project. But they went straight AAA. $50 million, had this whole plan. We're starting here with the mobile games, just because they're easier to and they're cheaper to make, and they're at least with this one, this is a cut and dry. This game can play by itself without the need for crypto per se, but the Web3 elements are going to make us stand out, I think. So can I just run through this deck real quick?
Yeah, definitely, brother. Looks like you have a lot of notifications there, huh?
Yeah, I just wanted to run through. I have the longer one, but I just kind of snipped out the smaller parts. And actually, it's maybe cheating, but I have this little video on our website here, which it's only a minute and a half long.
Turn off the notification for your room really quick there.
Oh yeah, because you keep hearing the pings, huh?
Right.
There you go. Perfect. So just a minute and a half long, and it will sort of do a lot better explanation than I did just then.
Welcome to HPL Games, where we combine the traditional gaming experiences you love with the exciting possibilities of blockchain technology. Our games are designed like the Web2 mobile games you're already familiar with, but with a twist. We've added an in-game currency, the HPL Token, built on blockchain. It's a concept you know, but now it's smarter, fairer, and more rewarding. Here's how the HPL Token works. Every transaction has a 10% tax, but it's designed to benefit the community. 3.5% funds game development, helping us create more of the games you enjoy. 3.5% is used for in-game rewards, keeping players engaged and excited. And the final 3%? That's distributed to token holders as reflections, meaning you earn just by holding HPL tokens. Gamers, here's where it gets even better. Use HPL tokens to buy in-game items at a discount compared to traditional fiat purchases. This means you'll get better value while enhancing your gaming experience. Plus, win tournaments or maintain play streaks to earn even more HPL tokens, which you can claim directly in-game to use, trade, or cash out. Best of all, the HPL token isn't just for one game. It will power all our future titles, creating an ever-expanding gaming ecosystem. With HPL, your gaming experience is more rewarding than ever. Ready to level up? Join us today. Learn more at hplgames.com.
There you go. So that hopefully did a better job than I just did. But so now that you kind of got that in the back, let's just go through these slides real quick. So the company, like I said, it's brand new. We're just coming up to our 1-year anniversary here, and we're working on getting that first game going. My name here is Richard Axton. I gave you a little bit about my crypto background, but I did want to share that the things that I get passionate about, I go pretty much 100% in on. Electro can verify that from the previous project. But I also, 14 years ago, I started a movement on Facebook to bring back this burrito from Taco Bell. We've got 66,000 fans, yep. And so, and I'm the lead, so I'm the leader of that. And if that just to show you, when I commit, I commit. The developer who's actually building the game and the smart contracts for the HPL token is Cubex, and this is their website. So it's a very renowned developer. It's international, and they do all kinds of work. And so I went to find them because obviously I don't know how to make a game, so I had to go to find some developers, and so I went with them, and they've done a fantastic job, as you'll see here. Advisors Electro. So the game itself is a free-to-play competitive bingo game. It was inspired by the games that I've played and I've actually paid money for, because that's obviously going to be the incentive for us, is to get people to use the token and buy things. So it's your standard mobile game. Your daily power-ups, rewards for signing in, etc. This one has a daily tournament that you get the highest score, and you get different ranks. And what we will be doing is offering like the top place winners some of the HPL token as a reward for winning, right? And overall, this is meant to be our MVP, the minimal viable product, just to get our business model out there once the token is trading, to be a proof of concept, and then that can help us develop the next games to keep this thing going. The bingo game. This is kind of what it looks like. It's got your standard mechanics, so you dab the numbers that come out, and when you get 2, it activates a power up to. You can either get an instant bingo or you could get free dobs. It's your standard mechanics there, and it's quick fire, 90 seconds around, so you could just play one on the go. You don't have to commit a long time just to even participate, which is good. And the tournaments are 24 hours, so if you don't win one today, you can come back and try again tomorrow to win those top prizes. This is that token slide. Like I said, we're going to be on all our titles. And it's powered by a 10% tax, which we'll go into in a minute. And it's going to be on the base blockchain. The utility, as we saw in the video, is for now for this game is you buy the tickets and the power-ups at a major discount versus if people just wanted to play this on their phone, they didn't want to touch the crypto part, they're going to pay more to get those tickets to play. So you have that incentive to buy and use the tokens right there. That's the utility. Here's a breakdown of that 10%. So 3.5% of that 10% tax on every buy, sell, and transfer is the company revenue, because every business has to make money, and that's how we do ours. But we also split it 3.5% towards the in-game economy, because this is our only game. It's going to be fully on that one. So we'll come back to how that happens in this game. But the idea is it keeps gamers coming back to play our games, because they come in and you come in, you play the game, and you get free tokens just for playing. It's a very big incentive to keep coming back to play the games. And the other 3% is reflections for the token holders who just have the HPL token in their wallets. The more tokens you have, the more of that 3% you get. So you get incentivized to hold long term and to get big bags and stuff like that. Here's a quick breakdown of that 3.5% and how it's going to work in our game. So what we do is we're going to take 80% of that 3.5% and dedicate that towards the daily tournament. And the other 20% is for just people logging in and playing the game once per day. Over the long term, this will increase to weekly streaks, maybe even a monthly streak, and it's going to reward the loyal people who are committed to playing in our ecosystem. The idea being that it's going to be harder for people to maintain those streaks. So if you fall out of the streak, you have to wait until the next cycle. But if you do maintain it, then you get your little portion of the 20%, which hopefully, depending on the volume of the token, can add up. And that's just for playing. So you don't have to win anything. You just got to log in and just play with one of our games. So players will be able to, this is the screen that they would go, and they would click on this HPL reward count on the right-hand side, and it would give a breakdown of how much is in the reward pool for the day. So if there was 1,000 here, then 800 is going to be dedicated towards the daily tournament, and 200 will be divvied up to whoever has maintained that streak. So if 10 people played today, then tomorrow they would all get $20 out of that pool. Just trying to keep the numbers simple here. So this is a conservative example of just of how the daily tournament rewards would be calculated. So if we had a volume on the token of 25,000, then 875 is 3.5% of that. And then we take the 80%, and then so the 50% is what we give those to the first top 3 people in this example. 30% will just go to the 5 through 10, 10 through 20. It gets smaller, the fraction, but you're incentivizing to get as high as you can on the tournament rank. So we take the 50%, and then we take 50% of that, and that goes to the first place. 30% of that goes to the second place, as you can see here. You don't get, so the rewards are given out in HPL token. So the number of tokens you get is based on the price of the token. So in this example, you got $200 for winning first, but you get, because the price of the token is 0.00007, then you get 31 million HPL tokens into your wallet. So that's how that's calculated. This is a conservative volume of 25,000 a day. But if we had $250,000 that day, you never know, right? This is speculative, but if based on that, then now you're talking $2,000 cash prizes or HPL reward prizes for coming in first, right? So that's an example of the potential that we're looking for here. And then the other 3% is the reflections. And so I have this super duper calculator, which is pretty infamous in our community. And you just plug it in. So I just put a 1% bag of 300 million HPL, and with 100,000 volume, you get 3% is for the reflections. And because I have a 1% bag, I get 1% of that 3,000. So that's $30 worth of HPL at whatever the price is there. So my bag would go up 4 million HPL tokens in this example. So the bigger the bag, the more the reward. The higher the price of the token, then the less tokens per dollar. That makes sense. And it incentivizes those who hold, and because the bag will compound, your supply will go up over time as well. So it incentivizes long-term holding. And at these low price points, you get more HPL. So it's a sort of a thank you for people who are investing at this early stage of our company. So I put this roadmap in here, but this was the roadmap we made at the end of last year when we just started the company. So the finances have sort of changed a little bit in terms of like we were going to fund the development of the first game out of the pre-sale, but because we haven't completed the private sale or the pre-sale yet, then I've gone ahead and invested myself personally to the company to get this game developed. And that's why you'll see we are as far as we are. But we still need to raise the money because that's the tokens have been allocated for that. So we are still pushing for the private and pre-sale. But the idea being we get our first game at the end of Q3 2025, which was sort of on schedule for. It may be pushed out another month just because we want to get onto the mobile and tablets. Right now it's just a web-based game. And then once the token's launched, then we start saving up some of that 3.5% company revenue towards getting Game 2 developed and et cetera. And then hopefully in 10 years, we'll have multiple games under our belts, which is the dream. Here's a breakdown of the tokenomics. So we've got 75 billion here. And again, there's the 10 billion for the private sale, 14 for the pre-sale. We're going to have 10 billion for the liquidity, 10 billion set aside for game rewards. No plan on that yet, but that's what we'll put that for. 10 billion for the team, and then 20 billion for just locked for future growth. And any tokens that are locked will be locked with this team fund. So I think that's what we decided to use there. Here's another breakdown here. So circulating supply will be 34 billion, 10 billion for the liquidity pool, which we're going to allocate 70,000 out of that pre-sale, which will give us a starting market cap of 240. We're on the base chain. Just high level here, private sale, there's no max, but anything over 1,000 that you invest there will be locked in a 9-month vesting period. And then obviously the incentive is you get more tokens because the private sale you're getting at a cheaper price here versus the pre-sale. So that's high level of that. That's just going with the private sale. And then, so basically, in a nutshell, HPL, this HPL games or this bingo game is good for both the gamers because it's easy to understand. People are already playing these games on their phones and tablets now, and they're familiar with microtransactions through in-game currencies. But in this way, we get the discount, and that 10% allows us to do the in-game rewards, which is going to separate us from all the other ones, and it's easy to understand. And then for the crypto traders, you've obviously got the incentive for the passive income through the reflections, and this token, you can see, actually has a utility. People will want to buy this token to use it, versus it just being a speculative token, with just people like safe move and stuff like that, whereas there's no purpose for it. And that's pretty much the end of my deck here. I was going to then show people the game. I don't know if you wanted to see it in action. Can I play around with you guys?
Yeah, go ahead, Hot Pocket.
Perfect. I appreciate it very, very much. So we're on the staging platform right now, as the game is obviously in development. So this is all not complete yet, but this is where you would go to play it. This is so on the website is where you buy the tickets and the power-ups. This is the marketplace. When we do go to mobile and tablet, you won't be able to actually buy through the app. You have to go to the website to stock up, just because of the legal issues with the Play Store and the crypto. So on the website, you'll have your marketplace. This is where you buy things at a discount. Once it's all hooked up with the HPL token, you'll see a discounted option here. So you click on that instead of this one. And it will have your inventory, and you can see the statistics from other players. But I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And you can go full screen. I will turn off the music, but you can hear it. It's pirate themed. You'll hear a lot of that. And it's very alpha, so there will be bugs and stuff. But here we go. We got the standard Web 2 stuff. So we've got the spin the wheel, collect my tokens, or whatever I get lucky enough to land on. I got 2 times all, and I'll add that to my inventory. Daily chest, I'll come and claim that. The longer you do it, the bigger the rewards will be. And because the HPL token isn't live, you don't see the login streak here at the bottom. Or you won't see your HPL token balance here yet. So that will come when we're actively trading. So we got the demo, we got the how to play, which teaches you the rules of bingo, that some of you may not be familiar with. Here's a sort of explanation on what the power-ups do, although not very specifically to update that. This goes on about wagering tickets. The more you wager, the multiplier of the points. So you get that risk reward right there. Let me just jump into it. So there's a game in progress, so it's not going to let you choose yet. So when it gets to about 23 balls, the round should be over. Here's the leaderboard. So I'm the only one currently that's played today. So I'm first place. If I do maintain this first place, then I'm going to get 1,000 tickets and 100 power-ups. Obviously, the more people that play, I'm going to have to compete for that rank. So it should be coming up here, but the tournament ends in 7.5 hours.
Climb aboard, matey!
Right, these are placeholder voices for the time being, but you get the idea. So I'm going to choose 1,000 per card. I'm going to do 4 cards. And these little stars, these are my streaks. So if you get a bingo in that first game that you play, then you activate the streaks. And then when you play the next one, when you land on these little streak bonuses, you get more points. So it encourages you to keep playing and stuff like that. So here are my power-ups at the top. Ideally, this would be like 100 players and 400 cards. And 40.
38.
And 38.
70.
Hot Pocket, can I ask a couple questions really quick?
Absolutely.
Now, first off, like
31.
it's live now, is that only you can see that game right now? Because I went to your website and I didn't see the game on there. What, is this only for you currently right now?
Yeah, this is a separate link from the website, so I can give that in the Telegram.
41.
It's because it's a staging instance, so it's you won't find this on the actual website.
21.
So just
Okay, so yeah, because I'm actually on your website right now. I just don't see no button that gives me access to it right now.
no, that's
75.
that is a good. You do raise a good point. I don't know if we should
4.
put it on the website or not. I got to stop this.
12.
Okay, so there's a link in your Telegram. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yeah, that's where we've been sharing this with our community for them to test it out.
Okay.
17.
Now,
Again, this is pre-production beta software, so it's kind of like if you join the community, you
25.
get access to see it as it takes shape, because again, there's no rewards associated with this, and it's a very it's unfinished. While it's playable, there's no rewards associated with it. All of the gamification, the Web3, the blockchain capabilities aren't yet unlocked in this. It's proof of concept and it works, but the underpinnings that make this the project are not yet linked.
okay, so I was just going through the proof of concept phase right now. Oh,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Now I do have a question though. Now, let's say if I've gone there, I pick a game. Now, does it require like a certain amount of people in order for the game to start, or can it be played by yourself?
But you can play it by yourself. I was just playing one right there where it's just me, and it would be timed in that case. The more people, then I think there's an algorithm for how many number of bingos can be claimed. I think, but you can play it by yourself. To answer your question, yeah. But ideally, hopefully that'll really happen right? Once the game launches.
How is your system? How do you ensure that it's actually fair? It's not like a fixed type of numbers in a sense. How do you ensure that?
It's that's what I asked to be made from the developers. I wanted this to be random. I've got a let me show you this. And I can share this link with the community too. It's called a game design document, a GDD. GDD. Here we go. So this is as of April, but in here it's got a breakdown of all the mechanics and the scoring. So you've got the wagers for the tickets and how the points are calculated. Somewhere here. But no, the idea is it has to be random because you don't want to pay to win screen. Otherwise, only the top people who just have the most money will just keep playing and winning, right? So every round has the elements of luck. You get the power-ups, which depending on which order they come out with, they can help boost your score. But there are games where you just don't get a bingo. There's the number of 0 through 75, but you're not going to get you don't get all of those on your cards. Right? So the numbers on your cards are randomized, and then the call outs are randomized. Yeah, it's designed that way to be fair.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you guys can actually have that technical paper on your website somewhere just for the transparency purposes, I think that will be. I think the community will be, really appreciate that if you guys can have that technical paper.
Put it in the white paper. Yeah, I can look into that. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that feedback.
Yeah, all right. You guys are tapping into a very, very big industry. Now, my question is for you. Now, your first game being the bingo game. Now, have you looked into that? Have you looked into the bingo game in general and see whether actually there's actually currently right now, there are actually a lot of people playing bingo, on the mobile currently right now? Is that something that you have looked into?
Yeah, absolutely. That it was inspired by a game that I actually played, and that the game that inspired me has 5 million downloads on the Google Play Store. But if you go on, I don't know if you've probably seen ads for that Bingo Blitz with all the celebrities playing it. That's got 50 million downloads on that game. So the bingo market is there. So I think even just having, like I said, once the game's polished and finished and playable, you don't necessarily need the crypto. People should be able to just play the game and have fun by itself, and that's the idea.
That is incredible. 50 million downloads, huh? That's actually incredible. I did not know that. I don't know how big bingo was. That's actually impressive. Now, you guys are tapping in. You guys are bringing Web 2. Now, a lot of the 50 million downloads, I'm assuming that's a lot from the Web 2 people. Now, you're bringing Web 2 to the Web 3. How are you planning to tap into the Web 2? What is the marketing strategy to get the Web 2 people, pretty much what you're giving from the Web 2 people? Hey, I have this bingo game now that you can actually go play and earn money in a sense. How are you guys planning to do that?
That's a great question. It's to be honest, I think at the moment our focus is just getting the crypto people on board, just to get it, because that's the crux of our business model, and that's what's gonna get the funding to get the game completed and get the token, the rewards activated. Right, we need that money to get the token trading. The Web 2 is gonna, obviously that's gonna be our core target audience, because without the crypto, we want the regular people to be playing the game and buying the tickets, without the idea of getting rich and stuff like that. So definitely long term, Web 2 is our focus, but at this stage, we don't have any plans for marketing to the Web 2 people at the minute.
Now you got me thinking. I'm just kind of curious of what is the demographic that actually play, as far as whether that's a female, male, the age demographic, as far as what age to what age they're actually playing this bingo game in the Web 2 currently right now. I'm kind of curious about that, because as we know in the Web 3 right now, most of the people in Web 3 currently young male, right? Young males only, most, right? I would say probably up to 95%. So I wonder if that's something that's your demographic. Have you had a chance to look into that? Let's say who are the people actually playing bingo currently right now on the Web 2?
That is a great question. Haven't done a deep dive into the specifics of the statistics and stuff like that, but I know just from my own personal experience that you've got kids playing bingo when you go to summer holidays, and then I got my mom, and she's in a senior living place, and they play bingo, and I play bingo at my middle age. My sister plays bingo. It's everyone. I don't see there's a specific demographic. I just know that it's a very broad, appealing game once you get into it. So I don't see.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Bingo is a classic game for sure. It's been around for a very long time. I know it's very popular. Now, is this something that you guys mainly focus on there? Hot Pocket, just classic games only, for now? Is that what you guys focusing on?
Yeah, but yeah, I think the bingo one definitely is an easy one to get going, versus an MMORPG or something like that. But I know we've had talks about the few coming up games, and I think Tower Defense was another one that kind of came up as maybe we want the ones that are, because I asked my coworkers what games do you play on your phone, and they tell me okay, and then we try and how can we make that game and then incorporate the rewards and stuff like that. So at this stage of the company, we will probably target the the classics and the easy Web 2D games. Ideally, I do dream about it every now and then because I do play Call of Duty with my coworkers, and I would love to bring back the arena style because I used to play Quake and Unreal back in the day when I was a kid, and it was just so simple. There was no battle passes and weapon customization or leveling up. You just got in there, you all had the same 10 weapons, and you just had fun shooting. And I like the modes of domination and capture the flag and all the stuff that we play in Call of Duty. But I'm a simple man, so I would love one day to have this company be profitable enough and have the revenue to build an entry level AAA game, stuff like that. I do dream about that. But for now, we're going to be definitely starting with the low hanging fruit of mobile games.
100%. I mean, you have to start from somewhere, right? Just like every company, every successful company out there, they're starting from somewhere.
You run, yeah.
Exactly. No, I mean, I agree with you. I think Bingo and all these classic games, I think it's proven that these games are popular for a reason, right? But like you said, you guys are bringing those Web 2 games, classic games, into the Web 3. But I think ultimately, I think you guys down the line where you have more, I guess, financial backing or capabilities, if you guys are able to tap in somehow, get in front of people's face and say, hey, listen, I have this game here that you guys are already playing. Come on over to Web 3. Now you can earn rewards, right, or residual income or whatever you want to call that. I think that's going to be a big thing there. But no, I definitely see your vision. Now let's talk about the taxes. Now you got 10% in, 10% out, right? And you have the in-games reward. You have reflections, and you have, of course, the revenue. 10% in, 10% out. Looking at the market right now, Hot Pocket, have you thought about how this potentially could slow you down as far as volume? Is that something that you carefully looked at? Yep. Especially given that most of the tokens right now literally zero taxes. 3 years ago, taxation was a big thing, right? And every project came out and people just buying it, right? 10%, 15%. We saw some 25% in and out. And have you looked at? Is this something that you guys you actually looked at and say maybe this could potentially slow the project down as far as volume? Is this something that's flexible as well? And are you able to adjust that taxation accordingly?
So feel free to jump in, Electra, if you can. But the token, the tax is fixed. It's 10%, and I do understand that it's high. But this is one of the reasons that I fell in love with the concept. Is because the idea is. It's not for. I mean, you can swing trade if you want to, depending on the volatility, I guess. But the idea is for this is to be a game played by gamers. So the 10% isn't like when you play the game as a gamer. You spend $100, you lose $10, but you still have $90 that you can cash out and play, and like you're not going to feel that 10%. And so if you're an investor. On the crypto side, you got to take that into the calculations. Depending on what kind of play you want to make, ideally this is a long-term play for the crypto side. But I do understand and I do get that you're not going to see the millions of dollars a day like you do on the zero tokens out there. But again, it's a different target audience. This isn't for the swing traders; it's for the gamers, really.
Yeah, and so I can jump in for a minute.
There you go. Oh, you just went mute. Sorry, Electro.
Oh, whoops. So what we are seeing more now is for these project tokens to have a 0% and just humongous dev wallets that constantly sell against the volume. And that's something that we're looking to avoid. We want more transparency. We want it to be a consistent small volume rather than giant developer wallet dumps to keep the project going. And we think that's a more sustainable and it's a healthier alternative. So the developer wallets in this are meager. That in fact, I think you've bought you bought in your own pre-sale, so it's not like we're stacking all these hidden wallets to surprise dump on people. This is meant more as a long-term sustainable project, and we think that the in-game purchases fairly well obfuscate that tax. Like not as in keep it hidden, but they soften the blow because you're getting something for your purchase, and that includes HPL token seamlessly in the background.
I see. Okay, I definitely see. Yeah, I think I see that strategy there. Now 3% reflection. So I'm assuming that in proportion to your holding, correct? So automatically get the tokens get rewarded based on your holding.
That's accurate.
Okay, so automatically. Okay.
Yeah,
so
there's no staking pools, there's no LP farming. It's literally just hold the token and you get those reflections visible in your wallet every day.
based on your holding. All right. Now, looked at your white paper. It says that you guys had an ICO back into December 2024. Did that happen? And if it did, how did that go?
It's still ongoing. It's yeah. I assume you're referring to the. Oh no, the ICO. You're talking about so we got the private sale and the pre-sale. Ideally, the private sale would have covered the cost of getting the token made, and then the pre-sale would have taken the cost for the liquidity pool and the first revenue or first money to pay for the development of the game. So to answer your question, the ICO is still technically, I guess, in progress.
Okay, so currently right now, yeah, stage 1. So this is the first round that you guys are raising money.
Yes. Yeah.
I see. Okay, and I do see that you guys have a hard cap of 100,000. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. For the pre-sale. Yep.
Okay, so 100,000. That's stage 1. Okay, is that a hard cap or that just stage 1?
There are two stages. There is the private sale, which is to privileged investors, and then there's the public pre-sale, which is ongoing right now. And those are the only two coin offerings that will happen with this token.
There you go.
Okay, so the first phase it's already done with. So this is the final phase right here, correct?
Right. In terms of what the goal of what those funds are meant to be used for, we've gone ahead and done them without fully realizing the private sale and the pre-sale. But the purpose, but they're still open to be filled. We still have about 20,000 left to raise on the private sale, and we still got a bunch on the pre-sale to go to as well.
Okay, so the private sale is still going on. The private sale is still going on privately. Right now, you guys having the pre-sale right now going on, which is 100,000. So it looks like you guys trying to raise 120,000 altogether, correct?
As of right this second, yes, right now, yeah.
Okay.
The private sale, there's a Google form that we can give out in our Telegram. For those who are interested in that, other pre-sale is on our website, and it's on the base. You have to use base blockchain for USDT to participate in that one.
So what is the difference between the private sale and the pre-sale that's public right now?
You get for the same. You get more token. The price of the token that you're getting is 5 zeros and then like 5 versus the 5 zeros and a 7 for the pre-sale. So you get like 20% more tokens for your dollar. That's a mess on that.
Okay. Yeah. But they both are going on simultaneously.
Yeah. Ideally, we would have closed the private sale first and then do the pre-sale, but
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's hard to, like I said, we're a startup company. We're coming from a place where, like, the previous project is, it kind of hurt us. It kind of hurt a lot of people, and it's very hard to tap into. I don't to get that private sale fully funded was going to be a challenge anyway. So that's why it's still going. Because Cubics, our developer, made the pre-sale, and so it just sort of happened, right? The pre-sale's live, and we still got the private sale open. I would like to close the private sale so we can just focus on the pre-sale, but we've still got to offer it because we still got those tokens allocated.
Yeah, I think ideally, the private sale should have been closed ahead of time, but because it is a little confusing right now. So right now, even though the pre-sale right now is live on your website, but if anyone want to participate in your private sale, they can go into your TG and fill out a Google form, correct?
Yeah, fill out the Google form, and that way we know who you are and how much you want to participate, and then we give you the address to send it to. Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, all right. And once you've so is there a soft cap on your pre-sale, or like when are you planning to launch this?
It's as soon as the pre-sale is filled, the TGE will happen, I'm sure. I don't know if the smart contract for the pre-sale will allow an early launch or not. I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. So it's all contingent on getting that pre-sale done. Then that's what will get the token to launch.
Yeah, so you guys are striving for 100,000 on the pre-sale. It has to meet that in order for you guys to launch the project.
To launch the token, yeah. The game, like I said, hopefully it's still playable without the crypto part. We want the token to be launched. That's what's going to make the game fun to play and rewarding.
I see. Okay. How long has the pre-sale going on? Just out of curiosity.
December last year, I think, or towards the end. Yeah, right at the end of last year.
Yeah, it would have opened about 7 months ago.
Yep.
Wow, brother. So you guys been doing a 7 months race, and you guys only raised $4,000. Am I saying that correctly?
Well, right, but yes, but we haven't. This is like the first real AMA that we've done So we've been focusing on getting the game built. Really, that's where the product. So now we're starting to do the AMAs to get people aware of it. So it's sort of like a stealth pre-sale, maybe, I guess you could say. It's not like we've been trying and we've only raised that much. It's
and I think it's important to look at this as a whole. We're not entirely dependent on the funds coming in to the pre-sale. The private sale has funded the development of the game to a nearly playable state already, and the development work is still continuing. So by the time that the pre-sale does fill, we will have the MVP live.
All right. Now, given the time frame and how long you guys been raising money, though, like if I was to invest into, let's say today, I definitely want to know when you guys are going to launch the project, right? If there's a soft cap, right? Because if you raise $4,000 out of 7 months and your goal is to reach 100,000, I just don't foresee any time soon here, right? Sorry to kind of ask some tough questions here, but that's something that, if my community invests into the project, I definitely want to know when is the end date, right? When is the launch date? Is there a soft cap? So right now, you guys don't have a soft cap or like a launch date yet. That's a little worrisome, don't you think?
I hear you. I totally can see where you're coming from in that angle. But like I said, we haven't really. It's not like we put billboards out or anything like that. We haven't tried. Like the pre-sale was made live, but we haven't really marketed it yet. If that.
Yeah, and I mean, are we concerned? No. The development work is still happening in the background, and we have the game, and we're going to let the work speak for itself. As we have more and more, we've been not going wild on the advertisement because we don't have a playable game, and that's something that we've seen projects do over and over again, where they promise and promise and promise. They open a pre-sale, all these funds come in, and then there's no game at the end because the development work wasn't happening in parallel. Whereas here we have a game, the game is playable, and now we're beginning to tell people about it and say, hey, look, you can get in on the ground floor now, and most of the hard work is already done, and there's already something that you. So I think it's a different paradigm than what we've seen from previous projects. And yeah, we don't conduct ourselves like a shitcoin. We don't offer promises. We're going to go do all this huge marketing and then build the product. No, we've built the product, and now we're offering people a chance to get in on it.
No, I definitely understand that. I think about you guys probably can raise a lot more money if there's actually I guess, I wouldn't say a fixed, but like a tentative date, and say, hey, listen, even if we reach a soft cap of, let's say, 50,000, or 3 months from now, we will launch the project. I think that will definitely help you guys as far as raising money for sure, because right now you guys don't have any sort of commitment to the investors right now. I mean, I'll just be truthful right now.
No, absolutely. That's a good. We'll talk about that with the team, and if we need to change our strategy as time goes on, absolutely. I appreciate that insight.
And I appreciate you guys, answering tough questions as well. No, I definitely see the vision and why you guys are tapping into these classic games, right? Like bingo and other games that you guys are planning to do. They're big, they're huge. Like you said, 50 million downloads. I think that's crazy. I did not know that. Yeah, I think. I mean, so the next. When are you guys planning to? What is the date of the roadmap? When is the bingo game? You think that's going to be done?
So, the current runway we have with the developer is the middle of August. That's based on the contract that we have with them to get the game to a working state. And we're very close. Like, there's just a couple of a couple of issues with the scoring that we're working on with them, and the voices. We have a voice actor who's done the call out for the numbers, and so it's just incorporating those little things and then just getting it pushed to the website to have a working game. That should be sometime in August. Ideally, we're in talks with them because we want to make it a mobile game. Right now, it's just web-based. That's what the contract was for. But if we have a figure from them to what it will cost to get it on the mobile, and again, that's where the money from the private sale will go towards that to get it into the hands of people, versus just because people are gonna. There's more people are going to want to play with their mobile phones than to log into a desktop to play the game, and we get that. So we want to tap into that. But yeah, that's to answer your question. Playable game very soon with the token with the actual HPL token that is contingent on the pre-sale, on the funding.
I see. Okay, so you guys do need the money to finish up the development for the mobile game.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I do. Yes.
I see.
The web part is going to be ready. The web-based game is ready, but to get the mobile, that's going to require more runway.
Okay. Now, would you say that's a lot of money, or maybe 10,000, 20,000?
It's like 17,000, I think, which is it's on par. We've been paying 13,000 a month for the last since February to get it to where we are now. So it's just another extra month. of development.
You have been funding all these yourself, huh? Thus far.
I was committed in the last game, and I'm committed in this one. It's at least I know where this money's going this time.
You know what? I give you props for that, brother. I give you a lot of props for that. It's it's not an easy task, especially when you're funding everything yourself, right? Something that you believe in.
It's a risk, absolutely. But if I don't, you hear those stories all the time. People who max out their credit cards to start their business in the garage, and that's the risk they take to see their vision come to life. And if I hadn't have done what I did to get it this far, we would still be private sale, pre-sale with nothing to show other than a slide deck. And it's this is the gamble I'm taking, is to say, hey, look at this game, and this is now here's the game that you can see, but now just imagine with the reflections and the rewards for playing. Put the calculator in the hands and just say, come on, let's make this vision come to life. That's why I did what I did to get to that point, I guess.
I appreciate, like you said earlier, once you get into something, you are 100% all the way in. And I think you show it right here. I mean, the level of commitment that you have for this project is crazy. And I respect that a lot. I respect that a lot. You actually really want to see this work out.
I do.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I can sense it, brother. I can sense the passion, brother. I can definitely sense the passion for this game, for this project here. Hey, Hot Pocket, I appreciate you answer all the tough questions and and being here. Give us an AMA, answer all these tough questions for sure, man. I think this is. Man, I wish you the best, brother. I really wish you the best, and I definitely will dive deep into it. I'll probably can join your TG, and kind of. Yeah, you seem like a third person. I like I said, I always invest in the people, not necessarily the project or the concept. Right? It's usually always the people that's going to make sure. It's always the people behind the project that's most important to me. And you seem to be a very legit, honest guys, and so I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I appreciate the opportunity to speak. And like I said, this is. If anything, I would just want people to join and follow the journey. Like, you don't have to invest. I get it, but I want people to just see what we're building, and it's a startup. We're brand new, so just follow and just see what happens. And then hopefully when the time's right and you do want to participate, we're here.
Sounds good. So after this here, we're gonna post a TG, guys. If you guys just like Hot Pocket say there, okay, go join the TG, get to know the team, and if you're interested in the project, the pre-sale is going on right now, and if you have questions, you can always ask questions over there as well. So I'll tell you what we're gonna post a TG. If you guys go over there, just kind of give a feedback on the AMA. Do not spam the room, and Mike will go there and pick a $10 winner. Okay, but again, guys. I mean, you guys come across very honest to me, and I respect it a lot. So, guys, go over there, join the TG, and get to know the team and the project a lot better, okay? Check out the websites as well. Hot Pocket, my one recommendation for you guys is that I would love to see the technical paper, how the system is, how the system works, right? To ensure that it's actually fair and it's automatic, right? I think that's important for the community to know. So if you guys can get that onto the website, the technical paper, that'd be great.
Absolutely. I will work on that for sure. Yeah.
Sounds good, brother. I know there's some questions in there, but most of the AMAs, 95 or 99% of the questions get asked because it seems like always the basic questions. So I'll tell you what, go ask the questions over there, guys. Also, just, go so that way you guys can join the TG as well. So with that being said, Hot Pocket, Electro, I appreciate you guys being here. I will join your TG. I will get to know you guys better. Mike, we have anything else, Mike?
I do have the wheel ready, brother. Let me share that over on my side real quick. All right, guys. We're going to shuffle this up here in just a second. We're going to get our winner off the wheel here. And we're also going to follow up with a post on YouTube where there'll be an additional chance to win some money, and I'll also share that link over to you, Hot Pocket, once it's all loaded up there. And we also have an ongoing giveaway over in X. Go comment, like, and post, and we'll be awarding $15 there as well. So let me shuffle this up here. And while it's just shuffling up here, remember to join the TG. I will be posting that back into the room there, pinning it. Give some feedback onto today's AMA. Let's see our winner here, Yomai Mori. Hope I said that right. Congratulations. You are a winner on our wheel today. And that's going to wrap it up from here. Thank you guys for coming in today. And Hot Pocket, good seeing you.
Yeah, you know what? We're gonna change things up a bit here this time, guys. I really want you guys to join the TG to get to know the team better, okay? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna post the TG. You guys can go ahead and join the TG. Give a feedback on the AMA. Do not spam the room. We're gonna give you guys 10 minutes to do that and come back. Mike, do we have like a random number in our room as well today?
We will be having a random number giveaway, and I'm gonna actually post that as soon as we close up here.
I'll tell you what, okay? So we're going to pause the room, okay? We're going to pause the room for 10 minutes. Join the TG, come back to our room, our USA chat room, and we're going to do the random number after 10 minutes, okay? So we're going to pause the room so that way it allows you guys to go to join the TG, okay, for 10 minutes. Then you guys can come back and do it. We're going to do the random number after 10 minutes. How does that sound, Mike?
I love it. Let's get it.
Thank you very much. Yeah, check the pins. If you want to go back to the very start of the thing, and you can watch it from the ground up when we were just an idea with a drawing on a napkin of what we want this to be. It's been a journey the last year. Yeah, basically, yeah.
And I look forward to trying out the game as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can post the link on there too, and I'll pin that.
Perfect. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's AMA with you guys. With that being said, appreciate you guys coming in today. And USA, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for having us.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.